What's good, Tottenham Hotspur fans all over the torrid globe? I am still that Hotspurs guy, unfortunately. Good Lord, let's just get right into it. I've got nothing for you guys about where I've been, why it's been so long. But I've got some tea, I've got some tea. Because you know how bad it is? Man Like Expressions hasn't even dropped his reaction or his review about this game. But right now, Spurs fan base is a hot mess. The club is a hot mess. We got a large, wide section of the fan base that wants Thomas Frank gone because on Saturday we lost 2-1 to Fulham, the same Fulham that hasn't gotten a single away point, or that hasn't gotten an away point all bloody season. And then, yeah, Dr. Tottenham will see you now, right on time, much better than the NHS. You know what I'm saying? Right on time, we will see you. And we went 2-0 down within 6 minutes. I'm sitting there watching this game, 10 minutes into it. I got my 7-year-old niece patting me on the back, you know. She's patting me on the back because I'm stressed out watching this piece of shit. Bro, I'm telling you, yeah, I've been saying for a while, we don't have no footballers in our club, bro. We don't have no technical players because every time I'm watching our team play, there's no urgency, there's no pace, there's no quickness, it's so sluggish. It's far too sluggish, people. It's far too sluggish, and I cannot be the only person that sees our sluggish movements on and off the ball. I cannot be the only person because it's like, how do we go 2-0 down within 6 minutes, but then 10 minutes after that, Fulham still look like the likely team to score a third goal? We're still kind of just like trying to still pull our fingers out of our frigging asses at the time. I don't get it, bro. How does that happen? And it's like we didn't finally start pushing until the 60th minute. How does that... Please tell me why it takes you a whole hour to actually start realising you're 2-0 down at home. And then you've got now the players want to come out like Pedro Porro and the little incident that happened with Jed Spence and Van der Ven a couple of weeks back when Thomas Frank was telling them to go and celebrate the fans, and they were like, man, fuck the fans, man. Jed Spence done that whole sort of, because a lot of people thought they was disrespecting Frank. To a slight degree they was, but they was disrespecting you, us, the fans. They were like, man, fuck you fans, I ain't got time for you. You want to keep booing us, but there's a reason why, yes, we should keep booing. And I know there are some people who's making videos about how, oh, we shouldn't be booing the fans. Look, please don't come out here and play this holier than thou type of person. Please don't come out here and say fans shouldn't be allowed to flip and express their feelings about how poor the team has been, because it's not just these 12-13 games this season. It's not. We've been watching this team being poor since Antonio Conte, people. Like, let's stop playing. Like, let's stop playing. We have been poor. We've been weak. We've made terrible transfer signings for the last 7 years. We let people like Harry Kane go, replaced him with the likes of Richarlison, who's still here. Still here. His contract should have been terminated time ago because he is surplus to requirements. Surplus to requirements. How is it that we let Heung-min Son go and we've got no replacement for him? Like, when we knew he was going, the club knew he was going, and that's why I'm in that thinking of, like, bro, as soon as the season was over, we should have slapped down that 65-70 for Eberici Eze and got him right in for the replacement. Did we want to do that? No. We didn't bring in no Semenyo, you know what I'm saying, good left winger. Nope, didn't bring in any of those type of players. Didn't bring in another good striker other than Mwani. But again, it's like Mwani, he can't be doing it all by himself. He's a good little player, but he can't do it all by himself. He can't. You know what I'm saying? We have far too many players surplus to requirements at this club, bro. And a lot of our fans seem to think that, yeah, we can get top 4, we can get top 5 with the likes of Odebear and Matthias Tell and Richarlison. And really, people, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, I'm telling you, every game I'm watching for Spurs, bro, there's no urgency. There's, like, every time when we're on a counter-attack, nobody's bombing up the pitch, bro. Nobody's bombing up the pitch. No one. And then it's like we kind of slow down, take our time, allow the opposition to get back into formation, and then we're like, right, cool, let's go again. Let's get the ball to Porro. If he can't whip it in, let's get it to Kudus. We are so basic in our attack that even every single team that plays us now, they know exactly what the fudge we're going to do. They're going to try and get it to Porro. He's going to try and whip it in, but he's going to need about 25 crosses before he finds 4 of them. And then if not, then we'll do it to Kudus. But sometimes Kudus tries to do a little bit too much. And I'm not saying Kudus isn't a bad player. Kudus is one of our better players at this frigging moment. He's the only one that's actually attacking. But he's a guy from West Ham. And it's just like some of our fans will be like, oh, but he came from West Ham. Like, bro, who gives a shit? Dele Alli came from flipping Milton Keynes. Like, what are we talking about? Like, come on. Like, I'm telling you, there's far too much going on at this club, people. And again, I think like Thomas Frank, he deserved the season. He deserved the season because some of you motherfuckers were the same ones saying Ange Postecoglou deserved the 3rd season. And where is Ange Postecoglou now in his 3rd season in the Premier League? But no, we should have kept Ange. And then we got other people saying, well, Ange did this and Ange did that and Ange won this and Ange won that, but Thomas Frank has never won anything. What's Thomas Frank ever won? Why did we bro, what did Pochettino ever win before we brought him into Tottenham? What did Pochettino do for Southampton before we brought him into Tottenham? This is what I'm talking about. Like, there are far too many people, Tottenham fans, on the internet right now trying to play higher, holier than thou, high and mighty, and Mr. I'm not wrong, and I'm always right type shit. Nah, brethren, there's far too much going on at this club. And that was also down to my man, Sith Lord Chancellor Palpatine Levy, who I haven't even had a chance to even speak about with his stepping down when we all know he got fired. I'm showing you, he got fired. And we've been in a mess because of him. Because of all of his ridiculous transfers, because of always holding out on transfers, because of letting players go when they shouldn't have, or holding on to players for far too long. Oh my God, bro, I'm telling you. And then we got Newcastle tonight. Newcastle. Up there, up north, where we've barely even flipping won. You know? And Newcastle have been taking the piss out of us for the past 3 seasons. And I don't see that changing tonight, I'm being honest. And then with Brentford after that, Thomas Frank's old team after that, it could be problems for Frank. It could be problems. But again, I'm the one where I believe that, bro, he deserves the friggin' season, bro. He deserves the season. Again, he got played off because of our owners, because of our chairman, you know? So, look, man, something's got to change at this club, but it's not going to change anytime soon because what's been going on has been going on for 10 years now, or if not more. And it's going to take about that long. It's going to take about that long to change a lot of what's going on in this club. We need to get rid of at least half of the squad. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is it that we don't have any ball players in our midfield? Someone who can get the ball from the defence, drop the shoulder, spin around the opposition, bring the ball forward and pass with a defence splitting through. Why can't professional football players pass a friggin' through ball? Why do you need to be a particular number 8 or a particular number 10 to make a flipping through ball pass that could split a defence? Bro, I was doing that in Sunday football on Hackney friggin' Marshes. Like, this is a joke. It's a joke. I'm sorry, it's a joke. It's a joke. So, yeah, something needs to change. And I don't think it's going to be changing anytime soon. Spurs fans, we're going to suffer. Just like Manchester United fans. It is what it is. You know, like, that whole Europa League title papered over far too many freaking cracks. Papered over far too many cracks. We was undeserving of that title. Undeserving. You know what I mean? And I'm not having anybody saying, oh, Ange gave up the league in January, because in January we were still doing not too bad in the league. Like, let's not try that, people. I'm telling you. Like, so many people have still got Ange Postecoglou's nuts deep in their friggin' a-hole. And it's ridiculous. But this is what our fan base has become. Either bring back Poch because he can change everything, or get Ange back in because we won something with him. Brethren, we could have won something with Mourinho if our chairman didn't sack him a week before the final. You know? So again, there's far too many problems at Tottenham. The players, the back room, the board, all of that. There's far too many problems that need sorting out. And it's not going to happen anytime soon, and it's going to take a long time. You know what I mean? If we sack Frank now, who's going to come in? Who is there to come in? Glasner? Like, allow it, people, man. Iriola? Inzaghi? Like, come on, people. Like, I don't think you know who the hell Tottenham Hotspur are anymore. We're not that club. We're not. And we haven't been since we let Harry Kane go. I'm being honest. Since we let him go because we didn't share his ambitions. Remember that. We didn't share Harry Kane's ambitions. That's why he left. Yeah, it had nothing to do with, oh, we couldn't pay him or whatever. We just didn't want to have to buy the top class players that's needed to push on. We're just happy getting top 4, and most of our fans will always be happy with that shit too. Just get top 4. Because again, winning the Europa League put us into the Champions League, and we know we can't win the Champions League. We know we can't win that, but we want to be in it anyway. Come on, people, we're a joke. We always have been, and we will be for a long time now. So yeah, I shall be back again at some point soon, maybe tomorrow morning, doing a review after the game, you know. But until then, people, I am that Hotspurs guy. It's been a while. I shall be back again. Peace.